me to a beast. I'm out the chain, I'm out the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all, we don't see the back. Came on the bottom, roll through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act? Hey, I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. 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 Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on sight. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a youngin', they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a youngin', since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they say. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, you I remember sleeping with my ribs touched.
Today, it's the National Football League. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 16 carries, 73 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
6-yard line.
Looking to throw. Bird. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Patrick Queen on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Ravens' 46-yard
to throw on second down. Bird. Now he'll have loose football. The ball comes out. And it's picked up. And these guys are going to take over at their own first down. It's Jackson being chased out left. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson flush to his right. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Jackson now steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
17-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And again this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Taken down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this.
Jackson on the keeper.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all it does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 95 yards.
But they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now Jackson will look to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early. Great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down the scoreboard, again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A gain of 13, it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Ravens 7, Browns 0.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Bird throwing right in that It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point: get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do.
And how about this, a fake? This is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Ravens are going to get the football back.
4th and short, and in this part of the field, you just know the special teams coordinators rallying the team, saying, watch the fake, watch the fake. But Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the fourth quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That time there was I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Yeah, he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in the second week of the regular season. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will take this across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly. Intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, Bird. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. To the 36-yard line. That's now a second interception. As many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Baltimore.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find Metcalf. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Dancing to his left. He's going to take Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is up just a little bit.
He's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on first down. Bird. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Operating from the gun. And it is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Steelers who are out in front. The Steelers needing to hold on and win this one on the road to avoid falling to 0-2. We'll stay in the AFC South as we head over to check on the Jags at home in Jacksonville. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Jaguars played well a week ago. They're doing it again as they try to run their mark to 2-0. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And that game's gone to the half, all even at 10-10. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. He had 3 of those sacks last week, en route to being the AFC Defensive Player of the Week 1 right there. How do you block him now?
That's the question you think that they'd be able to answer. After having 3 the week before, you would make all the necessary adjustments in practice, but he's such an imposing force, he knows how to get to the quarterback anyway.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Raven, first down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. From the gun, Jackson forced out to his left. He'll run it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Flushed out right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun, being chased out left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. Put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bird. It's complete. And he's going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Bird. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down, Bird. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw again. They set up the screen to Chubb. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. And a nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off play action. Bird. They'll roll him out right. That's going to keep it here. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun. Bird. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's going to go down again.
The quarterback sacked.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
But it's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This will caught on the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Operating from the gun. Bird. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 6 yards away. And the Browns have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There's a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 10-7, 2:07 remaining. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Steps away to his left. They'll try and run it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Quick slant to Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And a quick slant as the throw's complete, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. After a gain of 4.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Throwing now is Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Baltimore.
Go.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right, they got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. Nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all the bases. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Today's final score.
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Ravens, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'm a win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, pay for the dollars, call it vegetable. Can I get the dash? Can I catch me, bro? Ooh, can I get the dash? Can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating around here. I'm the clone, man, then I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, then I hit that. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my cool. Only winning is exception on my cool. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Prime time over grind game, over time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back. Did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss. Stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key. But contrary to belief. Loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming. Against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, you gon' have.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch you hate, watch them lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a youngin'. They told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a youngin', since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother. I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, you gon' have.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Hey yo, yeah, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. I see water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Jay like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense to really get it. I'm ready, get into the chicken. I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it racking my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. I see water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. She just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and a J's in the way. Got a new Chris Foss, but it don't take time. I pull up on a hop if it's up too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. With this smart court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. I see water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense to really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken. Got tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it rocking my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go.
Yeah, come on, baby, y'all.
And that might carry them a long way.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're on.
He took me out of my animation. Watch the right corner. And go to me. Yep.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated. Now
let's go. How? He was fumbling it out of bounds, bro. We do got the ball, but still, he was in it.
How many more y'all got in here?
This time, last one. I play no one, but I got to stay with it.
Oh, alright.
Start there, a big loss on their first play.
I tried my
second down.
You good, bro. You good. Let's go. I'm gonna knock these.
They'll drop the throw.
And they don't got no time out. We gotta get on the 3 this time. Stay on him.
22-yard line.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep. Good D. Good win.
Tom, you know if you stick it, the stick down, he'll put his hands up, right?
Guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Way to carry it.
To the first down markers, he's brought down at the 26. A gain of 4.
Hey, Matt. 30?
38, but you know.
And him running the ball is something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
I just hit 13, 14. I just jumped from 8 to 14.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
I just got double.
They'll take over. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time.
You did your thing.
Led out by a former most valuable player of the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he must increase that a little bit to ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield.
Welcome to the club.
Yardage, right? That run after catch.
There's a ball thrown right side.
Get it.
Ravens touchdown.
Get that man paid.
That's your rec level.
His 5th touchdown now.
Yeah.
So they got regular levels where, you know, it's the level.
Sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down.
What did I get? 14?
You know,
Rec level?
So your rec level is 14.
Head coach said, listen, we're
Your
just going to
regular
stop
level
on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. They got it done.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have.
Oh my goodness, who the fuck is
The
that?
40, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way they were play for. Big-time play, big-time result.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble in second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, flushed out right. Looking sideline, incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it'll be third down.
Third down. And 9 yards to go.
From the gun, Jackson, forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's exactly what they say in the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 68 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were running gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Only able to pick up 2, and that that leads us to 3rd and goal. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy. And let him go forward.
Let's go. Boys is making
Extra
a
point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Oh.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And
this carries into the end zone, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and start this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Vikings 7.
Here
2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
10 on the 47-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. That was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is Carl Johnson.
Oh my God. Oh God.
First down. He's able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Complete. Jefferson the target. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Jackson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete. Right around the end. And he's brought down. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he will find his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there and happy think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And an incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Throwing again. Jackson got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second.
What the fuck are you stopping for?
Second back right around the 41-yard line.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe
Oh my god. Get the ball.
The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, a big lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Again, he'll drop the throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3 yards the gain there, second down. So, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
And a great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And we'll wrangle them down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Man, and he hits him in stride. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Jaguars who have the lead in the second quarter. DJ Chark, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Tyler Bray has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. 35-27, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up?
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking left side of, he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you get the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2nd down and goal. Jackson flushed it, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out, and he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And the 32-yard line. That's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD. You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone everyone's coming after the rock. You got to make sure you... Protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, he
Physical
hurt.
play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Damn.
To throw again. Jackson buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. And it's 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And the Ravens are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they were the elusive slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
Always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and they'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens have broken the tie. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
And he'll bang that one through. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. He'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. They will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Open down the middle of the field. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. His career rushing numbers just continue to rise with that last carry. He surpasses 12,280 yards and also surpasses Marshall Faulk. They got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Back to throw now on first down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess the game. Okay, where does it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
At the 39-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Dancing to his left. He may try to run for this. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That'll be complete to Cook. He'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Sliding out of the pocket. And now he's going to use his legs. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a... And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. He'll buy some time running, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Rolling to his right, and yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed, and now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
To Mark Andrews. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing now is Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Here's Jackson.
What the?
This is going to be intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. Plus zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would work.
Oh my God.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks them up.
A huge play there in overtime. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. This one brought in by Jefferson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That's such a defense back on his heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Touchdown. A partner, great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you. Tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we got the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Vikings, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they too will exit with a 2-1.